Fellow Elder Kings, but most likely younger kings, given some of the bloody comments I get on the Rimworld episodes. Hello, welcome to the Elder Kings 2 in Crusader Kings III with your good bereaved friend, Elrang. My god, look at how upset he is. The man is totally beside himself because not only has he lost his son, not only has he lost multiple grandchildren, I'm fairly certain at this point, I'm sure one or two have died. He lost one of his daughters, I think it was? Or was it his son's son? I really don't remember. That's right, it was his son's daughter. Yeah, Locilia. The man is beset by sadness and loss at every avenue because now he's also lost his dearest wife, who only he recently fell in love with, having raised a family, then moving to the Imperial City. Then they realized how much they cared for one another. It is a sad time, and the poor guy is barely holding it together. He's vengeful, he's vicious, and we're in a very dangerous situation, actually, because Leowin's right there. So a little bit of housekeeping before we dive in. If, much like me, you subscribed kind of around the time when the series started, then you'll be on an old version of the Elder Kings. On the Steam Workshop, it has updated to version 0.11 at this point. If, again, like me, you were on that old version, apparently it's not save compatible anymore. So if you go over to Nexus Mods and download the version from, I think it was the 28th of December, you can effectively roll your game back without too much breaking, ideally. It seems like it's worked perfectly fine for me, so just follow that if that's what you're going with here. So what the hell do we do then? We're in a really weird situation. My kind of game plan, my idea for this, right, was to focus on the innovations, focus on the culture itself, given that we are the cultural head, of course, and we've got massive learning. There was a lot of discussion about this in Discord in particular. Lots of weird information out there saying all sorts of vaguely conflicting things. Learning as the cultural head does give a bonus, apparently. Of course, I don't know what Elder Kings about it changes either. But in theory, that will... I love the fact that he's sad in the cultural portrait. That will, in theory, give a benefit to... give a benefit to your current progress based on your learning, like 1% per learning level. We got 47 learning, so we're kind of big brain here. But somebody posted another thing saying that apparently that's just an addition to the chance to progress the innovation, not the actual flat progression rate, which if true, means we should be focusing on something that isn't kind of close to being completed, or something that's our current cultural fascination, or something like that. Anyway, try and spread it around a little bit, because between those two, hitting that chance more repeatedly across two things is going to be faster than just trying to speed up one, or something to that effect. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as we've got high learning, there's going to be some benefit to it, right? Now, somebody also said, I think we've already got it right, yeah, scientific also increases cultural fascination progress by 35%. So we're already in a pretty good place in terms of that. There's not really a massive amount that we can do, as far as I know right now, from what I've been reading, that mountain of information people have been sending me. There's not really much else we can do with it. So I think either way, let's put it on the back burner for a little while, because we have to make sure we look fearsome. We have to make sure we look dangerous, because right now, Leowin is right there, and I'm sure he's got his eye firmly on the Imperial Isle. He does count as superior to us, but honestly, it only looks scary because he's got 13,000 in levy, and levy are levy, right? They're your basic soldiers, whereas our troops, a lot of that comes from special soldiers, footmen, sorcerers, so we probably don't look as threatening as maybe we should. So anyway, we're going to continue the facade. We're going to continue to Hieronymus flex on them and hope that eventually they, hope that basically we can just keep them at arm's length long enough to keep playing tall, keep buffing up the districts, and hopefully maybe even turn the tables on them, right? Flip it on them and try and start taking the Waterfront, Legion, Hestra, etc., etc. How are we looking then? We're going to go for healthy. We are going to go to... Every time. We are going to go to whole of body, right, so that we can get the health bonuses. Then we'll move away from the learning lifestyle. Theologian does not suit Elrang at all. Honestly, given the mass murder we've committed against Oldarks across the realm, might not be a terrible idea to start going into something like Schemer, because that's really been his focus. Seducer, not really. He's got that loyal perk too. Torturer, again, not really. I don't think that's his way of going about things. Administrator and Avaricious, I wouldn't say he's particularly greedy, but Administrator might be quite useful as well. What does that do for us? I presume it gives some sort of stewardship bonuses. It gives Vassal Opinion, that's right. Yeah, no, that's not really relevant either, because we haven't really got vassals. Military, I could see something. Maybe even diplomacy going down, say, the Patriarch tree could be could be warranted. That seems like that makes some sense too. But I might flip over to Magicka eventually and finish all that up. Or next, we'll flip over to Magicka. So, let's just dive in then, right? We've uncovered the Arch-Abbot Aaron's lover's secret. Amazing. That's a lot of clauses. I think I'll go through very quickly. Oh, and of course, we fully upgraded the White Gold Tower. How could I forget? I'm going to go through very quickly and see if we can do any more upgrades. See if we can build some more stuff in the capital. What do we need for that? Plantations. Okay, fair enough. I think we just keep throwing, like... what do the pastoral lands give again? Whoa! Careful there. What do those give again? Let's have a quick look. Preview and highest level... Levies, yeah, it's kind of levy bonuses. I'm not really interested in that, so I guess we'll build everything but that in the capital. We might even want to tear it down, as I presume we'll get more buildings over time, right? And then we'll just go through and upgrade whatever the hell we've got going for us. Okay, so somebody clarified that the reason we can't upgrade the Arcane University is because we are lacking, as I said, I looked in the files, so we couldn't see that there was a... well, that's popular opinion problems right now, right? But even without that, we still needed an innovation, wasn't tool-tipped. So somebody said that the thing that you actually need is, if we go into Math Melody, we go into the first era, we need Master's Field. So it actually might make sense to flip over to that one very briefly. What are we working on right now? Bailiffs? Is it more sensible to go back to, like, the first era and make sure that we're completely caught up on that stuff? And actually, on the subject of this, somebody said that if we resurrect the Heartland or AYLEID culture, the Saliache or something like that, I don't know how you pronounce it, I didn't speak AYLEID, apparently that will have no cultural advances. Okay, it does have some, but we get no early interregnum advances because, of course, it went extinct in the first era. So if we flip over to that, it's going to set us back enormously in terms of our progression. So it might make more sense instead to either take Math Melody and reform it, make it our own kind of revived Saliache, so that we get to keep all of our innovations. Otherwise, basically everything we've got here, all of this progress, gone. Manorialism in the bin, communal government, gone again. So it might make sense to do that, or we can make a hybrid culture. Again, I feel like the Ayleids are a bit too proud to do something like that. Hatred of humans and all that runs pretty strong at this point. Even before the humans displaced them, they were all torturing slavery, right? So I feel like they wouldn't be too big on forming some sort of hybrid imperial Ayleid culture. Hello! I hereby invite you to a feast on my court in Greenhill. It's our grandson, Amthasil of Greenhill. It would be my pleasure. Everyone is gathered in the hall, and our gracious host, Arpen Amthasil, brings attention to a crier who is reading from a parchment. By decree of your most majestic majesties, from the depths of their magnificent magnanimity, today begins the rule of foolishness and frivolities. Abolished are concerns of toil, tax, and responsibility for this silly season of winsome glee. It's better be worth my time. Yeah, I feel like the guy's not doing too well. Oh, for God's sake. We can all tell, oh, Mayor Phalastis, here we go. This joker, this oaf. He's had too much to drink, and then he vomited all over Elrang. Unbelievable. Ha! What a show you put on. He gains 30 opinion of us. Not on Earth. No, never. You should be ashamed of yourself, Phalastis. Mayor Phalastis loses 150 prestige. Loses 10 opinion of us. I don't care. But we also gain higher standards of courtesy, given prestige +1 per month for 5 years. That seems alright, given that we're only making 2.7 a month right now. Done. Very happy with it. Now, we've got a lot of plots to pursue, right? As Arpen Amthasil's eyes widen at my words, I realized what I've just said about Hanhul. I struggled to push my tank away. I've had too much. I tried to get it wobbling a little. Don't trust a word I say. Oh, God. We've accidentally revealed that Hanhul is a bastard. Whoops. We've learned of his child heritage. Or maybe he has a child that is secretly his, given he's a fornicator. I'm not sure. So, we've got a couple of plots to pursue. We can try and steal back our relic, which I believe is in Compatch right now. Steal artifact, 85% chance for 4 years. We tried doing this before, but we failed, and then we had to cancel the scheme or something like that, or we found out. Then, of course, we've got to kill a lot of people in traditional Elrang style. So we've got our liege and rival, Queen Marinora, who imprisoned us, but luckily, with a bit of bribery and a hook, we're able to get out. Dragunus, who killed, was it Silmasil? Or was it Lucilia? Either way, our heir and granddaughter, you've got to die. Mayor Celestis is just pissed us off, so he's got to die. And then we've got Ogrendir of Grimwatch, who I'm pretty sure was just given our capital because he defended it while we weren't paying attention over there. To be fair, we have bigger fish to fry. So we've got a lot of people to deal with, and that's why I think maybe... Oh, we gained Famous Reveler. Very nice. Diplomacy +3, Intrigue +2, and Opinion of Revelers +15. Very nice. Amazing. There's a level 3 of that, isn't there? And a level 3 of Hunting, too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. It's been a long time since I played EK2. Somebody's like, why don't you know all this stuff about the culture? I haven't played in 2 years. A lot of this cultural stuff came in with, like, all the language-related aspects. That all came in with Royal Court. So I have no idea what half of this stuff is. Oh, we've learned that Malapen and Goromir has murdered someone. Unbelievable. We could blackmail some people for hooks, because I'm sure we've picked up a lot of stuff here. Have we got anything on our liege? Because that would be good. We do have a couple of, yeah, so let's blackmail the abbot. Let's blackmail you then. Ooh, really? Oh, only send one at a time. I thought he was going to say no. There we go. So we can always extort these people. But for the time being, we'll just sit on the hook. Hooks expire, don't they? Oh, he said no. Okay, I expose him. Otherwise, it's an empty threat. No one's going to take Elrond's blackmail seriously if we're not, you know, revealing it when we said we were going to reveal it, right? Everyone else is pretty irrelevant. Oh my god, look at this. You've got 4 secrets. Oh, that was the person that we landed over in Senalana. She hasn't even really got the money to extort. That's fine. Look, if we have blackmail on people who might be relevant to a hook, we could hold it. Oh my god. We murdered Cicero, Queen Mavel, Dathomelil, Cabernic, Vivika, Zolomir, Dendik, Nimban, and Legate Belventius. We've killed a lot of people. My god. Ah, here we go. One of the obvious hurdles in retrieving the artifact is King Alexander's antiquarian Volusinus. There are, of course, multiple ways to deal with a person, but I wonder if Volsensulus is the type of person I could bribe. Gold is the universal language of bribery. Would he be bought by riches? He is generous, lazy, and shy. Perhaps an artifact for an artifact. We give him the memory of Alanus. An introduction to Silmasil might prove stimulating. I'm sorry, are we going to... Oh my god, we're going to send her off as his lover. That's fucked up. I guess we could try and bribe him. But I feel like a generous person might not be so quick to take... Well, generous and greedy aren't necessarily at odds, are they? You be greedy and give all your money away too. Sure, let's see. I mean, 300 gold to get our artifact. Oh, he did take the bribe. Very nice. And as someone pointed out in the comments, this is not only what was stolen from us, but was crafted by the granddaughter who was murdered yesterday, or murdered in that war. So this is quite an important artifact to try and get back, right? I have been corresponding with your Chancellor, Wyneldia, and it's been a shameful diplomatic display. Thank you, Total War Shogun 2. What have we got going on here? You are shit, aren't you? You're really terrible. But we've got no one better, so you know what? I'll dig around the character finder in a second. In terms of stewardship, grandson, I guess, can stay on the council. There is a replacement for Hroma, but he's our rival, and she's pretty good. And then Untimir is pretty much as good as it's going to get. Wow. I wouldn't probably fire the grandson, but the Chancellor I'm not massively attached to. Let me see if I can find someone else in the character finder. What is character finder? C? Ah, there we go. There's only really 2 valid people. I'm going to save this preset, actually. We'll call it counselors, I suppose. And then... yeah, there's only 2 people who are actually really better. She would be good to get. She's not bad at all. 16 is quite nice. Can I actually bribe her to join our court, though? Mine is 100. Why? Because she likes her current liege, and she's on the council of her current liege. So if your liege were to, I don't know, die. Sorry, offer lichdom. Oh, wow. How interesting. We can offer lichdom to people. That might be from the necromancy mod that we have, right? We should really be summoning Daedra. Do we have the Magicka? Oh, no, I summoned it right at the end of yesterday. I remember now. We could, of course, become a lich ourselves. Has Elrang fallen that far that he would go for it? Oh, we could not unless we reform the religion and get necromancy accepted doctrine. I feel like there was something in lore where the aliens didn't really give a shit about necromancy at all, but I don't entirely remember. What did they not build like horrific art out of human bodies and stuff like that? I don't remember. But there is something vaguely in the back of my mind about that. So if we did want to become a lich, which a lot of people in the YouTube comments especially want to see, we could start going down that path. I will not live, I will not die. Yeah, it's not really I said this in Discord. Is it really immortality? If you become a big old rotten fella? I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see, right? I'm not super happy about it right now. Ooh, but look. Hold on. Witchcraft. Truthane old Arnon's witch secret. How could you? Look at this. We're about to convert the faith over. Whether or not it'll stick, I'm not sure. 3 years remaining on that one. Sure, let's go for it. Carry on. What on earth is this? While returning to my rooms after a day of extensive meetings with my courtiers, I find a strange note lying on top of my bedside table. I open it and read it. Blessed are those who explore the unbeaten path. How odd. We've learned of someone else murdering people. Bear in mind, this is all in our liege's court. We're not actually finding much out about our bloody liege personally, though. That's the person I'm actually trying to get hooks on. All of our buildings have upgraded, so I guess we'll go through again and make sure they're all fully upgraded. I think we've got to be almost at our limit soon. So that's when we'd have to start upgrading the actual city holdings themselves, right? Is this our limit? So it's just this up to... Oh, no. No, we can upgrade the pastoral lands pretty bloody far. Really? We can go all the way to the top? Oh, fine. Hey, not a problem then. Sure. And we can always tear these down later on if they are complete crap. Of course, as we expand out, I feel like using the pastors in the capital is a pretty poor idea. Pastors? Pastures. You know, where cows graze from, not like a priest. That's something very different. Both Arch-Abbot Aaron of the Abbey of the Missing Sibling, good God, what a mouthful, and are held in esteem by our liege Queen Marinora. However, when it comes to handing out titles, honor and wealth, one of us will always be the first amongst equals. The upcoming gatherings at Overwatch Castle gives me a chance to ensure I will be the one with the Queen's favor. I could not give a shit. Yeah, no, we vassals should be working together, not against one another. I feel like you would try and undermine her at every pass. Let's befriend our fellow vassal. Ooh, in the name of the divine. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my daughter, Loreclus, what she thought. She expressed doubts about whether or not any god would want to be ruled by such harsh law. Don't expect to see Auriel's justice. Give her cynical. Elrang cynical. I feel like you'd impart that one. Just or temperate. I could not think of a less just or temperate man. The murdery Elrang himself. Yeah, let's have a feast. Why not? We might as well try and go for those level 3 perks, right? I think that's a fine idea. A cheery gathering. Oh, he's so upset about his wife. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits high as the feast begins. He looks positively stimulated. Look at him. The guy's living his best life. In the middle of the feast, I spot a talented bard singing a song I've never heard before. I'd have decided to pay attention to the music and lyrics. It was a truly profound and pious song, avoiding the Prince of Destruction's wicked harm, and I could see the guests running inspired by it. Bravo, bravo, praise to Auriel, or we say, oh great, sermons disguised as a song. Here's the thing. He's cynical. He doesn't like the religious aspects, or hasn't shown any proclivity towards it. I feel like he'd say, oh great, sermons disguised as a song. He wouldn't care. Even though Holy Warrior would be very good. There's a 10% chance, though, he becomes a worshipper of Mehrunes Dagon. Okay, I think we're fine. Are we fine? I think they would have notified us. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to Priestess Deldea, who spoke all evening on all manner of subjects. Amazing. Now, a lot of people said Elrang would possibly remarry if it was for a good alliance, and I actually don't disagree. Maybe someone at Alinor could be willing to flip over. Religious icon. Wow, look at that. Holy crap, what a guy. So you are Auriel. I feel like they would be more accepting of us. But, of course, we're not going to be able to marry, you know, the current leader of Alinor. Do you have, like, a spare daughter? She's married. Shit. Princess Sarita is also married. Might not be able to find much here. What about a daughter of a son? Also married. Good lord. She's also married. We could start killing some children off, but, I mean, let's just see what happens. I'm not going to go out there hunting for some, you know, high-tier marriage. I feel like let's give the guy time to breathe. Let's see if anything naturally comes out, because I think that makes a much better story. I was shocked when I caught my son Elcor trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Arpan Amthasil. Stealing your uncle's money, I see. He gave me an impressive speech on how he understood why what he had done is wrong. We're all but small pieces of the world. Keeps the trait humble. No, we have to cover up your wrongdoing. Or, be honest and others will be open to you. No, I feel like he would cover it up. We'd be like, nah, that was deceitful time. Elrang is very much deceitful, even though he's not literally deceitful, right? Let's call a hunt. Why not? And there's our buildings upgraded again. As the hunt goes on through the plains, me and my group find ourselves surrounded by plant-like creatures shaped like female humanoids. Oh, it's Spriggans. I can't help but wonder if this area is being targeted by hunters too much. Sacred or not, those beasts are going down. We've got a not insignificant chance of dying here, like a 5% chance of dying. Oh! We were wounded by the Spriggans. Oh god, we lost 150 prestige and gained the wounded trait. I'm sure we could patch that up. Oh, to be fair, he doesn't have his armor anymore, right? Because we're still saving up for the Daedra to try and put up more of a front against Leowen, because this is doing me a frighten. Really, we could just murder him. We could just wait for him to die, but stealing back this artifact is far more important, isn't it? Can we invite anyone else? Anybody up for it? Not a damn person. Wow, it's gonna take about 3 years. Bloody hell. Whoa, okay. The skies bode ill. The wind wails and my servants shake before the coming maelstrom. An awful day to be traveling in the wilderness. A shabby hovel dominates this strange corner of land, filthy and tiny. We've come across a lone, half-decent country house, but its dwelling is owned by my foul rival, Ogarendir. I am being lashed by the mounting storm, yet all I feel is the old pain from when Warden Ogarendir of Grimwatch and I became rivals. One way or another, this will be a long night. Either smile, men. And any scheme that he has against us gain 15 success chance. We lose prestige and we gain 75 stress because we are vengeful. Our swords will secure shelter. This is an act of tyranny. All of our subjects will lose 10 opinion and we battle to take over his country house. Under the storms, there's a 53% chance that under the storm's cover, we're unstoppable. He gives us 15 gold. We gain 50 martial lifestyle experience. We lose stress because we're vengeful. Or we potentially are even more wounded. We may become ill. We lose prestige and gain even more stress. Or we slip in a hole in the ground. Wow, this is hard though, isn't it? Is he a tyrant? I feel like he, though the vengeance is there. I feel like, would he go down the tyranny route? Wait, hang on, don't we have the obsessed with vengeance? Alright, I feel like my mind's been made up for me then. You gotta play the character, right? He's obsessed with vengeance. There's an opportunity for revenge here. Equip your bound armor. Let's throw in, can we like fortify prowess? Yes, let's do that. Fortify prowess too. Let's get him. Our swords will secure shelter. Fuck the peasants. They're gonna lose, the subjects. They're gonna lose 10 opinion of us. You endure the elements barely. Oh my god, no way. We lost? Is that the implication there? And we could have become ill. Can we cure this, surely restoration has some sort of wound healing. Here we are. Makes wounds and infections disappear. Done. Restoration is, after all, a perfectly valid school of magic. Did you sleep well? Enjoy a night of people's hospitality, of resting on your glorious feet? Oh, that's right. You tried to assault us, but you were cast back into the wilderness like the beast you are. Your efforts were pathetic. May the next storm sweep you from the face of the earth. Oh. Duran might very much kill this. I mean, he already was it. Why have we got ourselves pinned? That seems a bit irrelevant. I'm going to destroy this man. And everything he holds dear. I'm gonna... Do we stop trying to steal back the artifact to kill him? Well, there is whole of body. I think we've got to go to Schema. As much as I want to finish off the magic trade just for, you know, completionist reasons, gaining that full mastery of magic, simultaneously, skullduggery has been exactly what has got us this far. And I think it's going to help. But we've got so many people to murder, and the list seems to grow longer and longer every day. Ooh, I would expect Naror would be keenly interested in the information I've acquired, indicating his mother, Princess Daldera, is sleeping with Bororil. Oh, we don't like her, right? Perhaps she would be interested enough in offering me something substantial in exchange. Send the information to gold. Get it for a favor. We don't need gold, and I'll happily take the bloody favor. 82% chance that we get a weak hook. And that's someone in her court that we could potentially... use in a plot against her. This might upset him quite a lot too. 300 intrigue lifestyle experience. Boom! With the lore of secrets I held being too great to ignore, Naror agreed to my offer. If I keep snooping around, I might be able to arrange more deals like this in the future. We gain a weak hook on him, we gain 300 lifestyle experience, and he learns of her lover's secret. Very nice. We should get through this trade in no time, right? Because we've got all of those bonuses. 15% from our domain, 30% from Genius, base of 25. We lose 50% because, of course, we've got very long lifespans, so we don't want to get every single perk right through one character. That would be quite strong. I'm going to keep him in our back pocket for now. Oh, another thing that we can't do anything with. And look at that. My daughter is no longer a child, but an adult with sufficient tutelage. Even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards scholarship, such as Lotharia, can come to truly understand the subject. She is an astute intellectual. She's not that good. She's doing fine. So how is Elcor coming out? He's focusing on martial. Totally fine. And then La Reckless went into diplomacy. Again, totally fine. I'm not really bothered by their education at this stage, to be honest with you. They're so far down the tree of succession. Who is our heir? I feel like I could be doing more for you. Oh my god, and you're our eventual heir. Oh, but you're so bad. I feel like I could be doing more for you, Silmasil, but I don't know what I can do for you. I just don't give a... Oh my god, she'll happily become a lich, though. No, we won't be doing that right now. But maybe in the future, sure. It's well known that the courtier's scheme and plot, but I may be able to use this to my advantage. We can begin spreading rumors. 93% chance the rumors cause my courtiers to distrust one another. Wow. Get 100 lifestyle experience, and Halion, Sildane, and Horma lose 40 opinion each. Or we gain court spies, hostile scheme resistance +8. Or my courtiers already know not to plot against me. 350 prestige. Ooh, we're about to hit Exalted Amongst Men, though, so that could be good. Simultaneously, it's all about knowledge, isn't it? Let's go for the lifestyle experience. So, good news then. I think everything is as upgraded as we can do with it right now. Look, no buildings left to upgrade. Can we upgrade the actual base level? Well, the temple's already at level 4. Cities we can upgrade, but we need windmills and urbanization, which is going to take a while. Yeah, windmills are the key one to upgrade a lot of these city blocks. And then for the... man, it all counts as city, eh? Makes a lot of sense in hindsight. And then for the actual white gold tower itself, we need hoardings. So hoardings and windmills to upgrade the base units. What about the academy itself? We would need codified magical studies. So there's nothing else right now we can spend money on? Am I right there? Everything's fully upgraded. We can't build anything anywhere else. We could build in our vassals' territory, but I'm sure as hell not going to do that when eventually we're going to get rid of all that stuff, right? Wow. Go on a pilgrimage. I mean, he might do it for knowledge, but I feel like he wouldn't give a shit about the religious aspects of things. Invite Pelin, invite claimants. We could spend that, I suppose. Divine the stars? Yeah, sure, we might as well do that. Again, it's all about knowledge, right? What else does the future hold in store? Well, apparently for Arain this time, it's a great battle he's anticipating. We gain +2 martial, we lose 2 learning, we gain 25% monthly martial experience. Not that useful. Might make sense to flip over for a little while, but that's alright. Huh. What am I going to do with all of this money? I guess we save it up and we blast it on mercenaries when the inevitable time comes that Leo and... Oh my god, have they grabbed more land? They have. They grabbed more land on the other side. Wow. They are on track to potentially restoring Cyrodiil. We want them to be as big as possible. They've got Leo and Coral and Cheydinhal. If he were to die, that would split in 3. And we'd probably have to deal with County Coral, right? Oh, this could be very interesting. I feel like we've got to stick with getting our artifact, but let's just keep that on the back burner. And let's carry on as we are currently with our plots. Maybe we take back the artifact, then after that, we could kill the king. What? Marinora is in my council chamber once more, prattling on some nonsense about how I have wronged her. Her eyes are aflame as she curses my name once again, and her chola only rises as I dismiss her anger with a scornful shake of the head. As she continues to berate me, even as I snipe back retorts in turn, I catch myself considering her eyes again. No sooner have I snapped out of that small reverie than I find my gaze drifting over to the curve of her jawline, so strikingly distended with rage. Unconsciously staring, I notice how her chest heaves invitingly as it continues her tirade, and what have I got myself into? Oh my god. She's... I mean, look. Play the character has always been the modus operandi. And it's a fair argument that stress is what you accrue for going against the character. Is this where we're gonna go with this? Is Elrang gonna fall for the hate fuck? I mean, I've got to try it. So start a seduce scheme against Queen Marinora. She's warily flattered. What on earth? I mean, we can't possibly murder all these people. At most, even with all of the skullduggery bonuses, we can still only have two simultaneous hostile schemes. So this is one way to get rid of your rival, right? Wow. Okay, no, very well. Come back. Disrupt, support my schemes instead. I got a lot of them to do there, fella. Yeah, let's go for support schemes on you. I've been made aware that Queen Marinora is very close to her friend King Indolor. Is that her husband? I don't know who this man is. Man, that's so funny. Your liege and rival. She's also not married. What if we marry her, kill off all of her children? Like an angry lion. This could be a good idea. Gaining his favor might help me catch her attention. I would get Indolor whatever he asks for. King Indolor the Golden Tongue gets a weak hook on us, gains 25 opinion, but she gains budding interest of us, 15%. Surely anyone would feel blessed by a gift of gold. Yeah, no, I'll give the money to him. Yeah, no, that's fine. We can afford it. It seems Marinora has taken notice of my generosity towards her friend. At least Indolor is grateful, so she maybe is not so proud of that, or happy about that. I've been made aware that Queen Marinora is very close to her daughter-in-law, Kanda. Gaining her favor, take the money. We're just going to give a boatload of cash to everybody she knows. Oh, my daughter-in-law, Kanda, told me of how you helped her, and I wanted to offer my thanks. Anything for a daughter-in-law of Marinora's. This is amazing. This is amazing, and totally out of my hands. Some moments must be recorded forever. That time when Haramir Angawen declared war, Agawen has declared war on me, might be a painful memory, but someone has to pass it on to the next generation. My master of the AYLEID language would make penning this a trivial matter. Of course, we get another artifact. What's 300 gold amongst friends? Nothing. It's been some time since I spent some time with Hadhul, and I'm starting to miss him. I start asking courtiers to his whereabouts, but no one seems to know where he is. Fetch my horse. I'm going to look for him. Oh my god. After days of searching, I was beginning to lose hope. I was beginning to abandon this quest and the journey when I finally found him. But wait, why is he lying on the floor? After spending some time lamenting on top of his mangled corpse, I hear the sound of a beast growling. I turn around to see a big giant wasp staring at me. What? So I have to think quickly. For the memory of Hadhul. Oh my god. There is an 8% chance we die. I've got to go for it. Hadhul is avenged. But Hadhul is dead. Oh my god. His wife, his children, his grandchildren, now his good friend Hadhul. Is there no end to this death? Unbelievable. So the memory of Haramir gives 5% knight effectiveness. That's pretty good. Wow. Hey, these aren't bad at all. I quite like these books that we've written. It's no how to build a well, but I mean, it's pretty alright. Oh my god. Speaking of alright, the celebration seems to come to an end and the evening entertainment seems to be over when Queen Marinora suggested a reading. A clerk soon arrives, wondering what the guests would like to hear, and I see a chance to impress her. What was she into? She's lustful, ambitious, and gluttonous. Sure. I think, let's be entertained. The Forest Dark. The clerk reads for us. Marinora seems completely engrossed. She later approached me. Good choice, Elrang. And she smiles invitingly. It's great, wasn't it? Oh! I know you are Denny Nimbun's real killer. I could not give a shit. My daughter, Loreclus, and her friend Ulwithor had taken a copy of the Aedra's teachings from the study and brought it into the playroom. Loreclus tried to read it, but quickly realized the words therein were best left for the curates. She seems completely content with her inability to understand the deeper meaning of the book. Respect those words, they hold wisdom and meaning. Here's the thing. Elrang is not content at all, and he respects wisdom above all else, even though it's stressful for him because he's not a humble man. If she becomes stressful from him trying to tell her to respect knowledge, that's her business, right? Oh no, you've revealed my... Oh, how terrible. My son, Elkul, seems to have difficulties at time at our latest feast. He sneaked out early and was not seen for the rest of the evening. If you have better things to do, do those instead. Impatient. It's a duty to be seen whether you want to or not. You'll lose impatient against shy, or focus on the food if the company bothers you. This guy is not in line at all. Shy? Gives Arcana. It's your duty to be seen whether you want to or not. That is a critical break if we say that. If you have better things to do, do them instead. Yeah. I think the ambition will suit him a little bit. How can we try and round out our stress, though? Because this is getting out of hand. I should have kept either the feast or the hunt in the back burner in hindsight. We've got years to go on that one. We're just going to have to be careful, right? Ooh! I have a strong sense of accomplishment as I'm presented with the artifact I've tried to reclaim. The Marlapen Elrang's regalia has been returned to its rightful owner. Though perhaps slightly scuffed from and dirty from rescue, I admire it once again, knowing that my efforts bore fruit. And apparently, my loss of the English language. Wow. He's gained a claim on it. Like, fuck he has. That's mine. I'm just taking it back. There it is. Oh my god, it's filthy. We're going to have to... Well, that's what we could do. We could fill out the rest of our... How did we get to our... here we are. Yeah, we need an antiquarian for Silmarsil. Done. A court tutor. Lafonia. Aptitude is good. Yep, done. You're hired. Seneschal. My Pelin. Good. Done. Court jester. Is this going to upset them? Opinion of Warden Orungdir -2. We can make our ward... The guy that we hate our jester. Yes! Opinion bonus -20. What a flex. I like that. You can be a bodyguard. Oh, this was a good idea. You can be a bodyguard. Here, take some money. Take this money. Piss off. Be my bodyguard. Prepare to die for me. Can we send this guy some money too, actually? Because he's not. There we are. Personal champion. This guy has an excellent aptitude for it. Welcome aboard. And that is... all of the minor court positions filled, one of which is court physician. Even then, we're still making 70 gold per month, so I'm fairly happy with that. Let's re-equip our regalia then. Can I get that repaired? Is that just what our... That's just what our antiquarian, I presume, will help do. As I draw close to Queen Marinora, I do not know whether to tear the clothes from her body or punch the lewd smile off her face. She kisses me, a challenge, and I drag her closer, a fitting riposte. The warring feeling in my chest are echoed by our bodies. We spend the night delivering both insult and bliss unto each other. This is bizarre. Kiss me again, you miserable doxy. Or we say, leave me be, Jezebel. Oh, this is bizarre. I like it. You've seduced our rival during a night of passion. She still hates us. That's so good. We can just go on a, like... full-on romancer now. I like that idea so much. That's so funny. And again, like, yo, I felt like it was natural to the character, very justifiable. He's a vengeful, ambitious man. I feel like it suits... This is the type of love that suits him now that his pure love with his wife is gone. Right in the bin. Secretly plant a letter in her chambers. Win her over with a sparring match. Yeah. It's got a bit of a violent... Oh, no, she's not happy about it. I dedicate this victory to you, my love. Bringing your honor is my only desire. Her reaction is not what I hoped for. Do not embarrass yourself further, my love. I would rather eat my own dress than spend another minute in your presence. Ah, it's working perfectly. I bet he's really into that. This is messed up. Give me that. Give me truth is relative. Find secrets may also fabricate hooks. Very good. Digging for dirt gives 25% on that. Disrupt schemes gives a 50% effectiveness with Court of Shadows. Swift execution, murder scheme power up 30%. Ooh. So now, speaking of murder schemes, it's time for our good friend Alanis Caro to die horribly, perhaps. This is a hard scheme to try and pull off. I don't know if we're equipped for this quite yet. No agents. We can convince... Oh my god, we can convince his spy master. Ah, well, suddenly it's gone for almost impossible to actually not... We can convince Dr. Doom here, look at this, to actually very likely. I'd be lying if I said I was not a little pleasing to see the way Princess Daldea squirmed when I let her know what I knew. Taking me aside in private, my vassal wants to know what she can do about it. She can give us some gold and we gain a lifestyle experience. We can ask her to... She gains 20 opinion of us. We also gain 100 lifestyle experience. Or we gain dread. There is nothing to be done. I only want you to worry. She gains stress. What's our dread level right now? 74 out of 100. Not good enough. More terror. Yes. We've gained the trait Fornicator. No! My lover and liege has revealed that I'm seeing them in secret. Who are they to judge? Why did she do that? She made us both fornicators. What if we just marry her? Oh my god, she's pregnant. She's been pregnant for 2 months. Huh. I mean, I can piece that together. Should we just marry her? We'll marry you. We'll not accept. Well, matrilineal, she still would not accept. Why? She's marrying down. It's her own marriage. She doesn't like me at all, even though you're lovers. We do speak Bosmeri. Different faith. Patrilineal, she's not happy. She's different heritage. She's racist and she hates us. Shocking. Really shocking. We really should remarry, bearing in mind a spouse is integral to the council, but our sinful acts come at cost. Oh no, we've annoyed the gods. How terrible. She's named me as the father of her unborn child. Oh no. Oh shit. The child will be born a bastard with me as its known father. Wow. How's the scheme going? Oh, on the plus side though, we've got a 95-95 on the scheme to kill Overlord Alanus, and that would divide up Leowyn into pieces. Pieces ready to be carved up like a delicious imperial cake by your friend Elrang. Thank you for joining me today. Well, a lot happened. Wow, that was all over the bloody place. Hopefully, we can really, really bear down on the intrigue tree, really fly down the schema tree and get that schema perk, and then we'll be bloody unstoppable. How old is he? 127. Really good progress for the amount of years I think we were playing. Everything's fully upgraded. We're going to sit on a small fortune, and now we're going to live our best life. Come back tomorrow.